First, let's pay homage to the Venerable Mang Liaoning, to Master Sakya Zhengkong, homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and to Master Tutantarji, homage to the three jewels of the altar, and homage to the main deity of this Homa today, Akalanata of the Central Realm, and the 8 great youth, and all the retinues. Sumu to the Siddhi Rinpoche, all the Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma assistants, and all disciples present here and over the webcast, and our participating VIPs today. The Chief Secretary of the Taiwan government, Mr. Zheng Peifu and Mrs. Zheng. From Academia Sinica, the academician Professor Zhu Siyi and Mrs. Zhu. And the Council of Tainan City, Mr. Tsai Wang-chun. From the Chongshan Medical College affiliated Plastic Surgery Department, Dr. Zhen Shenlong. And Tributor School Scholars Group and Medical Group, all members. Law advisors to the Tributor School, Ms. Jennifer Zhou, and the General Manager of the Jingyi Enterprise, Ms. Zhang Yizhen, and from the China Taoism Golden Mothers Society of the Advancements of Cultural Exchange, Mr. Zheng. From Taipei, the Qingyun Yinhai Gong Temple Palace head, Ms. Zheng He Ruiyan. And from Malaysia, that took Kenneth Loy and his wife, Latin, and their daughter, Miss Lei Qian. And lawyers from Hong Kong, Miss Liu Xuexian and Miss Fan and Miss Zheng, Chinese Xiao Family Union, the Honorary President, Mr. Xiao Xizhan and his wife. And let me tell you, he is a descendant of the Emperor Liang, of the Emperor Wu of Liang Dynasty. And People's Republic of China's Political Consultative Conference Counselor, Mr. Chen, and entertainer from Hong Kong, Mr. Xiao Jiren. Mr. Zhu Jingsui and Mrs. Zhu, and the president of the Worldwide Lotus Light Charity Society, Master Chang Lun, and the director of the Lotus Light Charity Society of Taiwan, Mr. Li Chunyang. Producers for the Geni Tiansang Xinten of CTI-TV Taiwan, Grandmaster Rebecca Xiaqi. And producers for the Great Perfection Dharma Hevajra Exposition to Women Stages of Tantrayana, Lamdre and the Sutra of Perfect Enlightenment, Master Lian Yue, and the host, Master Lian Hai.
My sister, Lu Shengmei 女士 My sister, Lu Guoying 女士 及 husband.
Miss Lu Guoying and her husband. And thank you to the group Litakusu for their donation of 100,000 NT dollars. Good afternoon, everybody. How do you do? How are you? How do you do? Cantonese, Mandarin.
Hola, amigo, te quiero mucho. Thank you for coming. Good afternoon and Domo. Konnichiwa. 今天呢，先特别告诉大家。
Today, I would like to first tell you a few things. First, someone won a lottery again. Another, someone from Kaohsiung. And he made an offering. Someone won the lottery. From Kaohsiung. In Japanese, Kaohsiung is called Takao.
是在那个区啊，应该是属于这个海边那边。
It's a seaside area from Kaohsiung. There are several districts in Kaohsiung that are by the sea. The first one, as you all know, is called Gosan. It's by the sea. And Giting and Shizuan, also by the seaside. Xiawan. Xiawan, Giting, Gosan. 基丁、高山、阳田、前进、新兴。 and
便店，
some tea, right?
对，因为高雄住19年，但是
I
一
lived in
去
Kaohsiung for
我已
19
经
years.
认不出路，什么路我都不认。
Now I don't recognize the
我只知
streets
道那
there
个
anymore.
六合二路
I only know 六合
六合二路
路
对吧？
road,
六合
right?
二路，这个就是高雄最有名的
That's the
雅集
famous
夜市场，高雄最有名的
famous night
夜市场。
market in Kaohsiung.
那恭喜这位得
Congratulations
奖的得
to the
奖的
prize
这个
winner
高雄的弟子，
from Kaohsiung,
恭喜
the
他。
disciple from
另外
Kaohsiung.
还有另
Congratulations.
外还有，大概每个礼拜都会出一个吧。
So there are more. So maybe every week there will be someone.
我讲大话，我讲大话，我讲大话，不可以，
Maybe
不太可以。
maybe I'm
我
bragging,
讲大话，
but that's kind of
总之有
impossible.
人中奖就是
But
中
someone,
奖，大家
there
很
will
欢
be
喜。
someone
像这
who
个
wins the prize, and everybody is happy to hear that.
这个新龙先生，
Like Mr. Sin Long,
他首先是承认他中奖，
at first he admitted that he
我
won
在
the
讲
lottery,
他，
and then I was talking about
讲
him,
完了以后我下去，
and afterwards
新龙先生这个打电话过来，
Mr. Sin Leong made a phone
他
call,
说谢谢师尊加持，
and he said thank you to Grandmaster for his blessing,
然后又讲说谢谢师尊啊，真的很感谢你。
and very
第二
thank
天
you. And then on the
讲
second
说
day,
他没有中奖，
he announced that he didn't win any
他当
prizes.
时跟我打电话的时候，
But
我
when
一直跟他讲说，哦，
he
你
was
中了
on the
大
line
奖
with
都没有
me,
奖啊，
I kept saying, "Oh,
哦，
you
你中了那么大的奖，
won
怎
a
么没有
great
奖？
prize and you
你
didn't
让
say
我们高兴一
anything.
下，
You
那
should
师
let
尊
us
也
be
不会，你来
pleased."
了，师尊也不会跟你要钱啊。
So even if you come here, Grandmaster will not ask for
他
any
都没有
money
讲他
from
没
you.
有中奖。
And he didn't say that he
第二
didn't
天
win
就
any
在电
lottery
视出来，
prize. But on the second day, on the news,
那
he
个
claimed that he didn't win any
帮
prizes.
他圆了一句话，
And Wu Zhongxian
他起了刘真，刘真老
said
家刘
that
真，很
because
漂
he
亮，
married a beautiful dancer, Liu Zhen,
等于中了2亿，等于
and
是
that's the same as winning
那
the
你要相
$200
信你就相信，
million.
不相信你就不相信，
So if you believe, you believe. If you don't, you don't.
这没什么好讲的。
There's no more to say.
另外有一点就是说，我们这个签书会
And second
今天
is for
特
the
别
book
改在
signing
这个
today.
4楼
It was
的
changed to the fourth floor
一个
at the
房子，
Tatan Culture
那
area.
么那边也有导读，师尊文集导读，师尊的文集
And there
就
was
是
a reading
每一
of
本书
Grandmaster's
有
book.
几个上师上去讲，
There were several masters who
那个文集
discussed
导
Grandmaster's
读完了
books.
以后，师尊再签书，
And then
这个
afterwards,
是一个
Grandmaster
现象。
signed the books. That's good as long as it doesn't affect the schedule of the ceremony. And third, France, the country of Merci beaucoup. So what happened? That the convenience stores of France sent a letter to Dharmasister Xiu Ji, who translated Grandmaster's books into French and financed them herself. So where is Dharmasister Xiu Ji? Right here. Congratulations to you. That all convenience stores in France took the initiative and sent a letter to Dharmasister Xiuji, and they want to sell the grandmasters books in French that's been translated into French by Dharmasister Xiuji. So this is very special because they want to sell the French translation of grandmasters books. This is very rare and interesting because we didn't promote it, and yet they want to sell this French translation of grandmasters books at the convenience stores in France. And how big France is, we all know. So that shows that Dharmasister Xiuji's translation, French translation, is of high quality. I don't understand French, but that shows must be of good quality. So congratulations to Dharmasister Xiuji. And her husband is a doctor. And she has more time because she's a housewife, and she's been translating my books and publishing them one by one. That's excellent. And the TB True Buddha Wisdom Depository, TB is a very good website, and I hope that every True Buddha disciple will support it. tbboye.org. And Dharma Sister Jennifer is the one in charge of this TB Boye. I hope that you become member. And we are also very grateful to the honorary president of the Xiao Family Association, Mr. Xiao Xizhan. He's 83. At 83, he can still perform the Emperor Liang repentance, and he can also perform Tai Chi Quan. At 83, every day he performed the Tai Chi Quan. It's quite incredible. And Xiao Heng, I know, is the Emperor Wu of Liang. He both the Liang and the Qi dynasties have the surname Xiao, and the Liang dynasty is Xiao Heng, and he's the son of the heavens with a Buddhist mind, because most emperors abide by the Confucius teachings. And throughout the history, only one emperor who administered the nation by the Buddhist concepts, and that's Xiao Heng, Emperor Xiao Heng, and his son is Xiao Tong. Emperor Wu, Xiao Heng has 8 princes, and then he had many descendants, and this is the Xiao family association, and they are the descendants of the Emperor Wu of Liang. So thank you very much for coming. So you can represent the Emperor Liang, Emperor Wu of Liang, and they are also disciples who have taken refuge in me, in Grandmaster. And throughout the China history, there is only one emperor who administered the nation by the Buddhist concepts, and there are many credits due to him. The capital at that time was at the present Nanjing, and the ancient capital of Jiankang, now at the present city of Nanjing. So today we perform the Homa of Akala. Akala is truly great, as we all know. However, Akala is most famous in Japanese Tantrayana. Eastern Tantrayana is in Japan. So Akala is the head of all the wisdom kings, and he's the transformation body of Vairocana Buddha, which is the great Sun Buddha of the center, who emanated Akala. In Japan, I saw many Akala, and in big and small temples, there are many Akalas. And in front of Akala, I would recite the mantra. That's the mantra I always chant, and it's very responsive. My earliest Dharma protector was Akala. The earliest Dharma protector, Akala. And then later on, Yamantaka also came to me, and so I had Yamantaka as my protector too. But in reality, Akala never abandoned me. He still followed me. He still follows me. So the boundary protection for my room and for Simu's room is protected by Akala. And at my home in Taiwan, as soon as I open my front door, you will be able to see Akala standing there. So as soon as you open the front door, Akala is standing there. That's the first deity that you see at my home. And the mudra is the sword mudra. The Akala sword mudra. And this hand is holding the treasure sword, precious sword, the Akala sword, who can emit the phoenix flame on it. And this other hand is holding the Vajra lasso. There are two Dhamma seals. One is the seal of the Garbhadhatu, Vajradhatu, and the other one was of the Garbhadhatu. So there are two seals on the lasso that he's holding.
一个就是这样，
One is for the Vajradhatu and the other one's for the Garbhadhatu.
中央大圣
So he's the same as the
是伟大的
Akala of the center, who is a truly great Vidyaraja or wisdom kings.
金刚明王在那边呢，
And Master
在
Changren
这里，
donated this statue of Akala. He often donated two statues. One is that of Akala,
不动明王不动金刚明王，
Akala Vidyaraja, and the other one
灰
is
金刚
Uchusma.
灰金刚，他经常雕刻，这是这两个
He
非
often
常庄严。
have these statues
谈
sculpted,
到这里，
and they're always very magnificent.
有一个
And talking about this, let's talk about Mahabala,
大力
a disciple
大力金刚的经，大力金刚经
was carrying the Mahabala
佛陀
Sutra,
讲的大力金刚，
the sutra spoken by the Buddha on
不
Mahabala.
知道，
I didn't know that there was such a
不
sutra,
知道有这本经的大力金刚经，
a Mahabala Sutra.
有一本大力金刚经，我以为大力金刚
Mahabala Sutra.
啊，
There's a sutra called Mahabala
出现
Sutra
在我面前的时候，
because
它
when
出现，然后
Mahabala appeared in front of me and then I transmuted his Dharma.
这是大力金刚经，大力金刚
This is the Mahabala Sutra,
以后让大家读一读大力金刚经。
that in the future you can also recite the sutra. I've never read this sutra before.
大力金刚有经典，
I didn't know that Mahabala has a sutra. I just know that in Tibet there are people who practice Mahabala. Because Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva sent one of his messenger with great power, Mahabala, to me, but I didn't know of his sutra. Now we do have it.
好，在什么？哦，在大藏经里面有大力金刚经，
It's included in the Tripitaka,
这是很特殊的。
so this is very special.
那我们不动明王今天做的不动
And
明王，
Akalanata,
他
the
有
Homa that we performed today,
他有9日真言法，另外他有
he had the practice of the 9-syllable mantra,
不知道你们
and there are 4 statements that are very important. Do you know? I have to say it right, so
他的誓愿是
Akala's vows are:
发菩提心，
one who sees me will generate bodhicitta,
恶修
one who hears my name will stop doing evil and begin doing good,
智慧，
one who listens to my teachings will obtain great wisdom, and one who comprehends my mind will attain Buddhahood in the present body.
当中的誓愿，不动
So these are the vows of Akala, of the Akala's Dharma practice.
发菩提心，
Very incredible.
闻我
One who sees me will generate bodhicitta. One who hears my name will stop doing evil and begin doing good. One who listens to my teachings will obtain great wisdom. And one who comprehends my mind will attain Buddhahood in the present body.
很伟大的。好，还有
Truly marvelous.
有2个童子是随喜，
There are 2 youth attendants. They are always following him.
一共
And there are also 8 great youths as his
不
attendants.
动明王很伟大的。
Akala is truly
基督呢，
great.
做这个降服的方面是非常有力的。
He is truly powerful
这个
for
会战士
the subjugation
传了
Dharma.
这个九日真言不共大法。
And in Panama, I also transmitted
我
the
以这个
uncommon or esoteric Dharma of the 9 syllable mantra.
首先的一
And
个
the
主要的
mudra, the most important
就
mudra
是这个
of the 9 syllable
四中
mantra
横印，
is
四
the
中横印
4 verticals and 5 horizontal lines. This is the mudra.
这是四中五横印。
So the mudra of the 4 verticals and 5 horizontal
斗
lines.
戒正列在前，
领并斗则戒陈列在前。
兵斗者戒正列在前。
That's the mantra.
你只要画这个像
And
一样
you
的去
form these lines, and then you push it out like a net.
这个妖魔鬼怪，
Then all the ghosts, demons, and spirits would vanish.
这四中五横印，我在我的手印里面，
So
经常有
that's
四
the
中五横印。
in my mudra transformations. It includes these 4 vertical and 5 horizontal lines, mudras. Let me form it for you. Ling, Bing, Do, Zhen, Li, Zai, Qian. Each of the mudras, I would form this series twice. You would recognize them after watching for a long period of time. I form it twice. Lin, Bin, Do, Zhe, Jie, Zhen, Lie, Zai, Qian. Have you seen me forming these mudras? Lin Bin Do Zhe Jie Zhen Lie Zai Qian. And then the body mudra. The one who knows this is Master Jing Xiang from Japan. For the body, also there's also this 9 syllable Dharma for the body and for the mudra. And that's the mudra for the 4 vertical and 5 horizontal lines. And then you push the net out, and then all the demons, monsters, evil spirits, maras of affliction, of death, of aggregates, of the heavenly mara will all disappear. So you can use it to destroy the maras. So this is the cutting mudra. And then you push it out. Then all the evil spirits will disappear. That's a way. And there are also many Dhamma practices of Mahabala for protection, for purification and purifying your own body and mind. Akala too. And he's very wrathful, very fierce. And all the ghosts and demons and maras will vanish when they see Akala. And his face, I have imitated before. The lower lip is biting on the upper lip. and one eye is squinting and the other eye is in rage.
差不多是这种姿势。
About this. Just
它
about
的
that.
上牙向下，下牙向上，有两个
And the
牙
upper
齿露出
fangs
来，
downward and the lower teeth are upward and two fangs showing. Every night before bed, I would take a close look at the Akala at my own home, and he's truly fierce.
我又做不动明王的这个结界。
And then I perform the boundary protection with Akala also at my home in the US, at my own room and Simu's room. I often do the protection, perform the boundary protection. It's really wonderful, and we can sleep through the night and forget about everything. That's wonderful. Excellent. So it would protect our sleep. It's very advantageous, very useful. Sleep is very important. If you don't sleep well, then the ghosts can invade you, can enter into your body, and you become the host for the ghost. But if you sleep well, after sleeping well for a few days, then your spirit will recover, and then you would have power to chase away the ghost. And then, as I have taught before, rice and clothes. Take a plate and put all the rice on top of it, and use the oldest underwear, place it on top of the rice, and then you lit 3 sticks of incense on the altar, and you pray to Akala to chase away the evil spirits or the ghosts from your body. And then when the incense have been burned halfway, you take them out and then throw it at the backyard. And then you throw out all the rice to the backyard, which means you also throw out all the evil spirits and ghosts. It's very useful. Like when kids cry throughout the night, you can use this method to get rid of the evil spirits and the ghosts. Very useful. So, getting rid of the evil energy with rice and clothes. And you recite Akala's mantra. So you continually chant this mantra, and you invoke Akala to come, and naturally the ghosts inside your body will be taken out to the rice, and then when you throw the rice away, it's the same as throwing out the ghost away. This is a good method if you are attached by the ghosts and evil spirits. This is a very useful method. Or if you can apply the 4 verticals and 5 horizontal lines mudra, that's extremely good. That's even better. But you can't draw it on yourself. I often form this, and there would be chi that would follow the hand naturally. And then when it forms circles, that's okay. That's complete. It's finished. Every times it's 5 times. A series of 5.
很有用，很有用啊！告诉
It's
大家，
very extremely
不动
useful.
明王他的建议，
So the short
不动明
mudra
王
of
他
Akala
的誓言，
and Akala's
不动
vows
明王他的
and
面相，
Akala's
你要
look.
观想他的面相，
You need to visualize
右手持着宝剑，
his look,
身否前
and
手
his
手，
right hand is
这
holding
个
the sword
左手
that
拿着金刚手，
has flame on
配
it,
金胎
and
面，
the left hand is holding a lasso with the 2 seals of Vajradhatu and Garmadhatu and the mantra.
因为他的这个建议，你如果会
And the sword
这个建议，
mudra is like
在
this,
四中五横逆，
and the 4 verticals and 5 horizontal lines mudra.
念临兵斗者，用
And
画
then you recite Ling Ping Dozi,
用画，
and then you draw it.
有精神病患，你要这样子做，
If someone's mentally disturbed, you can also
把
do
身
that.
上的这个
And you can
这个鬼啊魔啊，
chase away ghosts and demons from their body.
也是非常好，
Or
收上
you can also use the method using rice and underwear.
有一个解决人家身体的这个病的，
There is a way to alleviate
就是
sicknesses,
我讲过的，以前我也
which I have
念过
taught
这个
before.
念过这个咒，
I have recited this mantra
你
before.
可以先请不动明王，
First, you invoke Akala
不动明王
to cure
可以
illnesses.
治病，
Akala can also cure
先请
illnesses.
中央大
First,
圣
you invoke Akala of the central realm.
念他的咒，
Akala of the central
建
realm.
议
And then form the sword mudra and recite his mantra.
给他画，一
And
画
then
即
you
相，
draw
二画
one line to become the
三
river,
画四画
second to
成见
become the stream,
三
and then
画四画
the third
成
and the
见，
fourth line, and form a well.
乃是庐山秀才子，
So
自
these
翩翩轻，
fingers are not ordinary fingers. They point to the Lusan's brush or pen,
治病消除，
and pointing to the heaven,
再加上一句治病消除，
something, and pointing to the earth, and then pointing
然后你这个纸呢，
to the person to have a long life, and pointing to the sickness.
好像你拿
And then you point to the area that's sick, like say here the throat, and you point to the throat,
把丹麦一带，
or the headache, you point to the head,
这个，然后这个哪里痛，
pointing to the heaven, and it's responsive. And then any area that's painful, then you point to that.
这是痛，一带一带就是日本话，痛
Thai in Japanese means painful
痛的意思。
or pain.
那么哪里痛你指哪里，哪里
So you
痛你指
point
哪
to
里
the area that's painful or sick, then it can cure you.
这话是
One line to become the
四画成金，
river, and the second line as a stream, and the third and the fourth to form the well.
指地地灵，指人长生，指鬼灭亡。
And these fingers are not ordinary fingers. It's the pen of the Mount Lusan, and pointing to the heavens, it's become clear, and pointing to the earth, it becomes responsive, and pointing to the person becomes long life, and pointing to the sickness, and the sickness will be gone. So now you became a doctor. But let me tell you,
医疗的法律来讲，你不是
according to the medical law, you cannot
民俗
cure people if you're not a doctor. You can just use some traditional treatments. This is considered to be traditional treatment. Then you are
哎，我帮你治病
legible.
你就变成医生，
So if you say that you want to treat someone,
这个
then
冒牌医生，
you would be a fraud doctor, a fake doctor.
执
Then
照啊，你只能用民俗疗法
then that's against the law.
别人的。
So you can only use some traditional treatment to help
不
people.
动明王，他本身的功德非常大，
So this is also very effective. Akala has great merits.
我们讲这个，讲一点道果。这个
Now
道
let's talk a
果
little bit about
其
Lamdre.
实都有解释的。我上次
Actually,
已经解释
Lamdre
了
has explanation.
四种上师，
Like last time,
敬语四种。
homage to 4 kinds
其
of
实他后面有解释。
gurus or masters.
我想说，
Actually, there are
我以
explanations
前
on it.
这个师傅啊，
In the
大
past, my
家可能上
gurus,
师传给我
Master
道
Sakya
果的时
Zengkong,
候，
transmitted
我
Lamdre
当
to
然知
me.
道有道果这一本书，
Of course, I
但是
knew
道
about
果这一
the
本书
Lamdre, this book.
有目录，
But
我
inside
已
this
经
book,
拿
there
到
are
目录，我就开始解释了。
a table
这
of
是不对
contents.
的，因为里面还有解释。
And then I explained based on the table of contents. But actually, the explanations already inside the book.
不讲，
So now, I don't talk about the table of contents. I will talk about the explanations.
他说要敬于什么呢？
So you need to pay
这个
homage
诸神
to
的上师，
the
来这里
excellent
现
masters.
前一位，因为只是上师，因为上师，不是果位上师。
So gurus of
所
the
谓
cause,
境界就是果位，
not gurus of the fruits. So
因为上
Vajradhatu
师就是说
is
起因， 你
is
归
the
于
fruit and Garbhadhatu is the cause.
因为的上师，
嗯？
他可以教你
哪里呀？
道、见等，以功德之
哦，
概念分为十，
So
外淡
it's the guru
真
of
上
the cause
自身至上师，
that can teach us about the empowerments, the path, and the realization.
真如众
And based on the merits,
极尽真实性上
they are divided into 4 classes. Gurus who has cut off the external masters, and gurus who has internally shown the wisdom of self-nature, and the secretly demonstrate the inner wisdom, and ultimately show the pure true nature.
有一位
And Grandmaster is the great Vajradhara Vajracharya.
持名金刚上师，他自己
And
起一个名字
there was a master from Malaysia that thought that Grandmaster is the great Vajradhara Vajracharya, so he called himself as the
跟大持
great,
金刚上师是他们的平等地位，
so the great Vajracharya who's upholding the light, which is the same as Grandmasters, but actually it's not. So that's master, that's Vajra master or Vajra Acharya, and the great Vajra Acharya or Vajra master, and then the Vajradhara Vajra Acharya.
他以为我
So there's the 4 classes of gurus. He thought that this title is something that Grandmaster created, but he did not know that the highest or the greatest Vajra master in Tantrayana is called the Vajradhara Vajra Acharya. So he called himself that title. So now, just this master, get out and go your way.
你怎么搞出一个大慈光金刚上师？
How can you call yourself the 大起慈光? So you just like create a name for yourself, like you master, or like Master Sao Tong would call, like I'm the great Master Sao Tong.
来乱起，那就
And then you name yourself whatever title you want, then that would confuse. That would be confusing because there are only 4 classes of gurus or Vajracharyas. So if you don't understand about Tantrayana and you become a Vajracharya, it would be very dangerous.
刚刚谈到这个少东上师，
Now, talking about Master Sao
在
Tong,
里面有写到
in my article, I wrote about
赵少东上师
Master Zhao Sao Tong.
在温哥华的事情，
He knows
他听
about a lot of
到
things
我写这
that happen in
以
Vancouver.
后，
And when he read this
然后
article,
他说师尊，
he said,
你不知道的还很多呢，
Grandmaster, there are a lot more that you don't know.
多的不得了呢。
I know a lot more than you do.
因为是
Because,
大家
Master Sao Tong said,
他不好意思讲，
because we are all fellow disciples, so he did not say anything about it. But Master Shaotong said, I knew a lot more, and one day I will write them all down. Master Shaotong said. And they didn't say they wrote an article to rebuff from that Master X, and rebuff never mentioned that Puti temple, the PTT, was her former residence, that she never said that she had ever said that before. It's the same with Xinlong. First, he admitted he won the lottery, and then he rejected. He denied it. So, is there or is there not? And actually, you've talked about it in Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand. Many disciples who have heard it, and then all of a sudden you denied that you have ever said it. So, my God, what are you talking about? Because there's some disciples from Thailand who said so, and from Australia, from America, from Taiwan, who confirmed that you have said it, and yet you denied it. So, who said it then? The ghost? Amitabha. So 50 minutes already. Oh, time for dinner. Let me share a joke. Electronic love letter, and then added send it off that I'm waiting for your reply, and then waiting for the reply from that lady. And then the reply is that it's a full house. And this person said, well, can I register for the next period? And the lady replied, well, when the next semester starts, we'll talk about it. It is just a joke. And through the school, it's never full admission. We always welcome everybody. It's never. We all study Tantric Dharma, like my Yidam. Let's all research on Golden Mother together. And there's this Golden Mother Association. The head is here. That Golden Mother was the first Yidam that I gained spiritual union with, that I would never forget. And the second joke, A told B, what a bad luck. My wife took all my wealth and ran away. And his friend replied, you're still lucky. My wife took all my assets, and yet she never wanted to leave. She never leave. That's even worse. So, Grandmaster that the wealth of grandmaster's wealth of tantric dharma is inexhaustible.
你们有本事的，你们尽量学，
If you are capable, go all ahead and take all you want.
尽量学，尽量。
That all the masters should get it, study and get it as much as possible. But for most people, it's best if you focus on one and you gain spiritual response with this deity and you're always together with the deity. And then in the future, the deity will help you and guide you to be reborn into the Pure Land.
有一个顾客讲，你们在广告上说
A customer said that on the ad it said that
但是这根本
what you sell is 100%
的味道，
mixed coffee, but this is not the
就是
case.
今天的咖啡
And the employee replied that this coffee is a mix of yesterday's and today's. So that's why it's called a mixed coffee.
跟今天的咖啡
What else would we call it? So it's coffee, yesterday's and today's coffee mixed together.
所卖的
So what Grandmaster sells, the coffee that Grandmaster sells,
永远都是
is always
让你能够有味道，而且华喜充满的。
tasty and let you fill you with the Dharma joy
可以应用的
that that you can make use of.
整形美容瘦身中
There's like a
身中心
plastic surgery
在自
clinic
我的看板上写着
and also weight loss center.
出来的辣妹乱动歪脑筋，
Please don't have improper thought about all the beautiful ladies coming out from this center, because she may be your grandma.
有一个女人
There was a joke.
找大师去
There was a lady that went to see a great master
师啊，我怎么办？
and said, "Great master,
这么美丽，
what should I do? I'm so beautiful.
每一次我在街上走，
Every time I walk on the
对
street,
我吹口哨，
everybody will whistle on me
尾随着我，
or follow me
就是在好像是说要求跟他做朋友，
or wants to befriend me.
是跟他
What should I do?" And the great master replied,
点盆水，
"Just get a bowl of water
盆水从你的头发上面淋下去，
and pour it over your head, your face."
那是什么意思呢？
So
我说
what's that
你只
for?
要素颜
If you take off your cosmetics,
就不会有人在追你。
then nobody will chase after you.
现在这个郑生龙，
So
他是属于这个
Zheng Shen Long,
外科主任，
he is the head of the plastic surgery department,
这个非常美的，
and he brought a very beautiful lady
说脚上
to help me
带
with
美丽的小姐来
大点滴
我一看
with the
这个小鹿已经死了，
what's it called?
但是呢，
IV.
突然间又活了，
And actually,
砰砰砰小鹿
the little deer in my heartbeats was about to die, but it came alive again because such a beautiful lady giving me an IV, and she worked so hard, so I wanted to give her something, and the lady didn't want to accept it.
拿礼物给他，他也不收。
And I give her a red pocket of money, she didn't want to accept it, and gifts, and she didn't accept it. So I asked Dr. Zheng Shen Long why she didn't want to accept, and Dr. Chen said, "She's my model.
他就是我的标本。
She's so beautiful, she's my model."
他以
that her face before,
是他是讲，
so Dr. Zheng said her face was square before.
的国字脸，经过他整形
So through the
女动
plastic surgeries,
鸭蛋脸，
now she's oval faced
五官非常的美，
and with beautiful facial features. The eyes are eyes, and the nose is
嘴巴就
nose,
是嘴巴，
and the lips are lips and mouth, and the eyebrows are eyebrows. Beautiful.
他是我的标本，我制作出来，
So he said, I created her. She's my model.
他不敢收，
So she would do whatever I ask her,
这个
and she doesn't dare to receive gifts from you.
整形
So
外科
Dr. Zheng's
整形外科
reconstruction as the head of the plastic surgery department is truly
那么我们其实
reputable.
真正的美是心，
But actually, the true beauty is the beauty of the heart. That's the most important.
你心里面美，
If your hearts are beautiful,
对的光芒，
then you would
这样就够了，
shine
那是真正
the
的
lights of wisdom, and that's beautiful enough. That would be the true beauty.